Alright, good morning. My name is Chris Watson, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Blackboard and the basic operation of Blackboard for the purposes of utilizing it for the instructor pilot course here at Fort Rucker. First of all, I'd like to say welcome to the course. Glad you're here. We will do everything within our power to make you comfortable here. Okay? You will have to have a little bit of computer knowledge to be able to be successful at this course. Alright? All of our course materials are digitized, therefore there are no handouts. There will be no paper handouts to give you. So all of your manuals, all of your student handouts, all of your homework, everything, all the materials will be digital. So it's imperative that your computer work properly and that you have a CAT card that will work in that laptop that they give you. Alright? Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get started. What we need to do is click on the Internet Explorer icon, and it should bring up this screen right here. Okay? Now, what you're going to want to do is click on Fort Rucker Internet, right here where I have my pointer at this time. And once you click on Fort Rucker Internet, this is what you should see. Alright? Now, where are you going to go? You're going to go right here to Miscellaneous and then go to Graduate Branch. Okay? When you go to Graduate Branch Academics, this is going to give you a link to get to our home page. Alright, we're going to go ahead and click that now. Alright, so go into Graduate Branch Academics. This is the next page that you're going to see. It's going to prompt you to sign in, and just go ahead and do that. And the page that you should see when it opens up should be our home page. Alright, so there's our home page. Now, if you look at the left side where it says student, right here in this area right over here, okay, you're going to see welcome tab. Go ahead and click on that. You'll have a message from the branch chief in there, okay, telling you all about the school. You've got a course catalog. You have a Blackboard pre-course for your study guides and material that you can use for the pre-course, and some maps on how to make it to our classrooms and where exactly they're at. On Cairns, actually. They're not on Fort Rucker proper, they're out at Cairns. Okay? Now, if you continue to go down that column, you'll see various other links there with drop downs beneath them that have all sorts of information that is at your disposal. Now, the idea behind doing this all digitally was to create a course which is accessible to anyone, anywhere in the Army. Okay. So, whenever you take a look at this, don't think that we're trying to make things harder than they should be. Once you get used to the system, it's not really that tough. Alright, so now we look over here on the staff side. You probably won't be able to access any of these other than this one right here. It says Exam Material, FOUO. If you open that drop down, you're going to see a selection that says Blackboard Examinations. Go ahead and click on that. Okay, it should open to a page that looks something like what you see on the screen right now. Okay. Once you get to this screen, then you know for a fact that you're enrolled. However, if for some reason you see a red banner across the top of your screen, this means one of the main reasons this could happen was that you're not enrolled in the course. So if you look just beneath the red banner in very small writing, you're going to see click here to enroll. So if you click there to enroll, it's going to send an email automatically to all the instructors here at Graduate Academics, and we can give you access to our materials. Until you do that, you will not be able to access any of these materials. Okay? This stuff is for, a lot of this stuff is only for resident students. Some of it is for everyone. A lot of it is for resident students only. Okay, so if you look over here in the left column, you'll see that we have announcements. That covers this entire page that you see here in front of me. It is where we put any announcements that are important or pertain to the course. Okay, that's IE course, IPC, MOI, or anybody else that may be looking at this. This is the way we communicate with our instructors, our students, everyone. Okay? Now if you move down a little bit further, what you're going to see is Graduate Academics Practical Exercises. You open each one of these, whichever course you're going to, and it's going to have some practical exercises in there that will assist you in preparing for the exam and expand your knowledge on whatever subject it is that you're looking at. Alright? There's also a critique here. Alright? You have student guide critique down here at the bottom. That student critique is for you to give us feedback and ideas to improve the course. Okay, that's where you're going to give us our feedback, and we do look at these. A lot of the things that you're seeing right now are ideas that come from students in the past. Continuing on with the orientation, have Blackboard examinations down here. Okay, under Blackboard examinations, you're going to see a couple of different folders down there. Alright, if you click on Blackboard examinations, it's going to open up to a page that looks something like this. Alright, we have Blackboard examinations. The top portion is nothing more than instructions. Okay, I urge you to read those before you take your exam. Now would be a good time. Alright, down below that, you're going to see some blue letters, some blue writing. That is a link. That link will take you to the next portion of the file. Alright, once you're into that file, you're going to see all of our exam folders. Now, the only exam folders that you will be able to physically see inside this particular exam area are the exams that you are allowed access to enter. So if you're not taking applied aerodynamics, or you're not in the resident course, and your instructor hasn't given you access to this folder, then you're not going to be able to see these. This is the way we keep people from compromising our exam. Alright? So now I'm going to go into one of the folders just so you can see what it looks like inside the folder here, because you will be going to this area quite frequently, alright, while you're here. Okay, in this folder you can see the top folder there. It has a small, looks like a clipboard with someone writing on it. That's the actual exam itself. Alright, beneath that, this small file right down here, that is your student critique. Each time you take an exam, you should open the student critique first and allow it to run in the background. This is what it would look like. Alright, you can see at the top here we have another tab operating in the background right here. That way we can allow the PDF document to load while we're doing something else. It takes a few minutes for it to load up. Okay, so now we're going to come back. We're going to click on the Blackboard tab, and as you can see up here, that PDF document is still opening in the background. We'll use it after we get done taking our exam. Okay, alright, so now we're going to open the exam up. Alright, this is what the exam looks like. This is the very first page of the exam. You can see that it has a time limit on it. All of our exams have a time limitation. This particular exam has multiple choice, matching, has something called hotspot. All of these questions in here are very, very simple, easy to understand questions, straightforward stuff, okay? The time does not begin until you hit the begin button over on the right hand side. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out really quickly. You can see that it gives you a prompt right here letting you know, hey, are you sure this is what you want to do? Yes. Alright. Now here is the actual course critique. Each critique has a HTML in the background of it that addresses it directly to a certain folder in the academic chief's mailbox on his computer. Do not save a critique sheet on your desktop and use it for every single exam, because each critique sheet has its own signature address that it's going to, and it will only work properly if you do that. Now, if we go down to the bottom of this critique sheet, you can see that it has drop downs in here that you can use to fill it in. Everything in here is interactive. All these areas that you can see, you can actually select them and write in there or type in there if you need to. Now down here at the bottom, you're going to see a submit by email button. Alright, that submit by email button, whenever you click on it, it's going to open up your Outlook account if you haven't done so already, and it's going to address that email to the appropriate location. This is what this would look like. Click on it and you can see up here what has happened on my screen. It says it defaults to desktop email application. In this case, I have Microsoft Outlook on my computer, which is exactly what you're going to have. If your Microsoft Outlook account is not established on your laptop, then this cannot work for you. Okay, it will not work for you. We set it up this way so it can be simple, easy, very intuitive, not hard to do at all. If you still choose not to use your Microsoft Outlook, you can select Internet Email. There is a selection of it, but what you're going to have to do is, you can see there where it says Internet Email, that bottom line is the address in where it's going to. You're going to have to copy that, paste it onto the email, save this critique sheet to your desktop, and then whenever you get done saving the critique sheet to your desktop, copy it, paste it, attach it, and then send it. So we're trying to cut down on all the hassle for you. Alright, so if you just follow the instructions, it'll make it a lot easier. Alright, so that's the critique sheet. Very, very easy to use. Okay, very easy to use. Alright, so I'm going to close all this out. And now that we've got to this point, I think that this is about where we need to stop for now. So I'm going to go ahead and stop with this particular block of instruction, and we'll start with something different here in just a moment.